Okay, so we have, this is a cleft lip puppy. It was born with a cleft lip. I rescued him from well, not really rescue. He surrendered him after he realized he had a cleft lip. So they can survive if they have a cleft lip. You just have to bottle feed them. So he has good energy. You have to catch it early before they get super dehydrated. He still has a good bit of energy. So this is him. When you're feeding them, you have to prop them up like they'd be nursing. I have a few milliliters of goat's milk warmed in the microwave until lukewarm. And what I do is I just lightly squeeze until they can taste that there's milk, and then you can get them to start sucking. With the cleft lip, he will not get a latch. He's not gonna latch on. So you have to continuously baby them. Goat's milk, cut the tip pretty decent, not too big. It depends on their level of suction. If they're swallowing, you'll be okay. If they're not swallowing, you're going to aspirate them. So you have to watch the tongue and along the palate, you have to watch to make sure that they're swallowing actively and breathing. With him, because his palate is pretty cleft on the inside as well, he won't suck correctly. So you have to kind of give it a little bit of help, but don't just squeeze when they're not sucking. If they're not sucking, the dog's gonna aspirate. You have to only feed them when they're actively sucking. For him, it took him getting a little bit hungry. Now he wants to do it. He lost his appetite earlier, so then I helped him to urinate. You have to simulate the mom. So you can use cotton balls. I use cotton balls, maybe with a little bit of lukewarm water on it, warm water. Usually I just do them dry unless they're really dirty. So you use the cotton ball and you pretend like you're a mama dog licking them. And what you do is you take the cotton ball and you gently wipe that area. And generally just a little bit of simulation will cause them to urinate. Try not to hit their umbilical cord. You can also help them here a little bit. Just simulating, stimulating, whatever. He's angry because he's hungry, but you can't overfeed him. Once you notice that they're looking pretty round, usually within a few tablespoons, they're good. He is a greedy one. His name is, right now it's Phil Lip. Phil with the lip. I know. He came that way from the breeder. Pretty funny. He's only wanting to drink sideways because that's where his cleft is on. So I'm just feeding him a little bit at a time. He's very, very, very active. He's a good boy. Let's see if I can get him down here. Such a good boy. All right, so once you notice they're not able to really swallow it all the way, you can just clean him off. I have him, so I haven't set anything up yet because I wasn't prepared. Right here I know this is like super do it at home. This is a box. This is a hoodie This is 2 mason jars filled with warm water wrapped in cloths. He's trying to nurse off them. You need to have an area where they can go if they're hot, and then an area they can go if they're cold. Otherwise, you will either have your puppies freeze to death, or they will be too hot and they will die. Especially these short-faced breeds. They have especially difficult time staying cool. So then I'm going to cover the box like this. He's still not happy. He's hungry. But if I overfeed him, he'll have stomach issues and diarrhea. So I need to feed him the correct amount. And then I'm just going to make sure these aren't too warm. I'm going to fill in the corner to make sure there's a cool area. And then he should be good to go for a little while. I'll leave him for approximately an hour, and then I'm going to come back and do it all over again. The stimulation, you don't have to do quite as much, but this should be done every couple hours until he's big enough, because he's eating such small amounts that he will get dehydrated very quickly. So I'm going to leave him here now. He can get some sleep. He's a little bit hungry still. He'll be okay. He had not eaten in 24 hours since he was born. The breeder just surrendered him today, so I've managed to get him to eat a little bit. This is just a dog mix MX with a lid, and I have tipped the lid like this. All right. I will be back once he gets a little bit bigger.